Hey, how's it going? Alright, so I'm going to get right into it because today we're doing a pretty kind of elaborate patch, but this is one that I've been really enjoying doing, and also then throwing the Lyra in later on. So it's going to be running pulses through attenuators, pulses through the switches, and I will have a description of what this patch consists of down below. So check that out if you want to know, kind of heads up, what you're in store for today. But I'm going to get right into it. Hope you had a good week. Thanks for being here. Check out the link to the Discord down below too if you haven't already. And here we go. I'm going to first just run the ground through the VCA out to the base CV in, and I'm going to CV that with the 3-bit Shaos. Alright, make sure these are all down. I'm then going to trigger the base with the square LFO, and I really like the pluckiness of that. I'm going to go ahead and also run the bass out to the reverb, and I have the main effects strip to delay so I can send the hi-hat and the snare drum out to delay. To clock the hi-hat, I'm going to send 16 through an attenuator out to the trigger of the hi-hat here, like I just said, and I'm going to CV that switch with the 2-bit Shaos. Before I do that though, you can hear that the bass is moving really slow, that melody's moving a little slow for me. So I'm going to clock that Shaos up. I could bring it up with this, but I'm going to go ahead and just clock it with 4. 4 is going to be kind of my bass here. I'm going to be using 4 for the kick as well. There we go. Let's mess with that a little bit. Let's get a little more of a change here. And then, let's see. I don't know if that changed it at all. We're going to go ahead and connect that CV now. That 2-bit. Okay, I already had that end connected there. Connect that to the switch. So that's going to be sending a pulse there from the 2-bit. And then the snare drum, I'm going to run 8 and 2 through an attenuator. And that's going to go to one of these pulse converters here. I'll go with the top one for now here. I also would like to, I forgot to mention, I want to run 1, the clock divider 1 here. Sorry I don't have more like 8th notes, 16th notes, but I'm going to use 1 here through capacitor, the 0.1 capacitor here, and then run that out to the hi-hat as well. I like just a steady beat of that. I haven't brought these up yet. I'm actually going to go ahead and run them through a VCA as well. We connect the trigger to this pulse converter for the snare drum. These outs to this other VCA. The other snare drum out is going to this VCA. So the delay will not be ducking. I'm going to also run the bass out to that. So I'll have the bass coming through the reverb here only. And that won't be ducking either. I hope this makes sense. So now I'm going to run, so I have the snare drum running through an attenuator. I have the hi-hat coming through a switch, and also through the 0.1 capacitor connected to the 1 clock divider. We'll hear what that sounds like in just 1 second. I want to get the kick lined up real quick. I'm going to run the 4, clock divider 4, through a pulse converter, out to the kick drum trigger, and then I'm going to run the envelope of the kick drum through the attenuator up here, the CV attenuator, and then run that out to the CV of that VCA right there. Let's see here. Alright, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is run this out. I'm going to go through an attenuator just to be safe. It's still going to make a popping noise when I connect it to the mix in. I could run it out to an octatrack, I suppose, or something, like which I have been doing. But I want to keep this all inside of the Pulsar today. So here we go. As I pop this in, it's going to make the drums are going to come in, and let's hope it doesn't sound like trash. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. Switch out up a little bit more on the attenuator here. The 2-bit is throwing the 16th notes at the hi-hat. And right now, because the that snare drum's a little bit quiet for me, maybe I will bring it up here. Bring up the snare drum's clock. That's where the volume was coming. Okay. I was just attenuating it too much, so it was a little bit quiet. Send the 2 bits also to the tune of the snare drum. Just get a little variety out of it. And maybe I'll send those out to the delay now too, the hi-hat and the snare drum. Let's mess with the Shaos a little bit more. There. Let's see if clocking the LFO does anything to the bass syncing. Not that I'm seeing anything wrong, I really enjoy it. Bring that kick in. Full disclosure, I just hit that. So that's basically it. I also thought it was really fun the other day connecting. Let's bring that delay up so we can hear those. Rocking out a little bit here, enjoyed it. But if I connect the 2-bit or the 1-bit, sorry, now I'm yelling. If I connect the 1-bit, there we go. If I connect the 1-bits to the, I'll go clock mod. I was really liking the pluckiness of that if you then add it to the feedback as well. So I have sample and hold 1-bit to the feedback, and I have direct 1-bit to the clock. And I have the clock mod maxed out. I can bring it down. I mean, it's kind of a simple trick. I mean, all I'm doing is connecting two things. But I mean, I did it the other day and it sounded really fun, especially with the, if I send the bass out to the delay, you get a little more movement there too. Well, let's listen to that for a second. See, if you throw 30 cables at a Pulsar, you can end up with something every time. That's basically what every one of these videos has proven. Throw enough cables at this baby, you'll end up with something. I'll stop talking. Hope you have a good week. Hope this made sense. I'll put the description of the stuff I did down below, make it a little more simple. I'm going to plug the Lyra in. And one last thing to say about this with the Lyra as I play out, it's just going to be... If you have a Lyra 8, I have the sharp and the mod knobs for every one of the voices all the way up, and I have them all set to LFO modulation. And then I'm just going to slowly roll back the mod pot for each one and kind of try to create a melody or a rhythm from the LFO of the Lyra. So we'll see how that works. I'm just going to play for a few minutes and let this play out. This worked out pretty nice. I like this setup. This has kind of been one of my go-tos. I got Grandma right here, so you'll see the flashing LFO light from the Lyra on Grandma's cheek. So keep your eye for that. I'm going to mess with that a little bit to try to get some variation. But I hope you have a great week. Yeah, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Take care. Let me know if you have any questions. I always love talking. Check out that Discord. digging sometimes.